I am not the one that picks most of these lists, okay? I did not think that we should make a Things Sega Got Wrong video. It wasn't my idea, okay? Don't blame me. So, there. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Connor Monroe and I'm gonna make everyone who was complaining last time happy. The Sonic movie came out on Valentine's Day, and if you were alone you could have spent it drinking or you could have seen the Sonic movie. If you saw it however, you might have been a little distracted by Sonic and missed a few things, but what else could you have missed? That's what we're exploring with today's list of the top 10 Easter eggs you missed in Sonic Part 2. Stick around until number 1 if you commented angry on the first part. Now, roll the intro. And it's just a theory. On May 8th, 2018, the YouTube channel The Game Theorist released a theory asking if Sonic would be able to survive his own speed, and while running may not hurt him, the stopping and turning on his heels would in all honesty do nothing. However, he could potentially tear his ACL, unless he is running at the speed of sound, which causes him to not ruin only his legs, but every other bone in his body. This could have been referenced in the movie, considering how this video has nearly 7 million views, and the previous theory regarding Sonic had nearly 9 million views. I figure it could be possible. YouTube user Nancy Chapman pointed out in the comments of the last part that when Robotnik says, "Sonic, stop going fast, it's bad for your joints," someone's already proved it. During the chase scene that is shown at the beginning of the movie that they cut off and then revisit later in the movie, they actually could have been referencing this video because that's what MatPat originally set out to prove. It's a bit of a stretch and that's not really what MatPat ended up proving, but I think that the possibility of a movie we have all seen referenced a YouTube creator is something that we should hope for, because it means that we have a bigger impact on the community than we know. I mean, it's not solid proof that that's what they reference, but I mean, it's just a theory. And at 9 Hilltop Road. This one was harder to miss, and several people pointed it out in the last part, but when Sonic is in his original cave on Earth, he does various things like reading Flash comics and literally being a hedgehog, with the washing machine being the wheel. But he also plays ping pong or table tennis, whatever you want to call it, with himself on a makeshift table. The net is made of soda cans, and the sign that makes up the table comes from the highway. It's an exit sign for Hilltop Road, and fans of the series may recognize this as the 5th zone in the second Sonic game. Of course the sign doesn't say zone, it says road, because the only types of zones we have are residential, business, and factory. Well, at least that's what I learned from City Skylines. Despite having the road label, fans picked up on it quickly, as it is one of the more popular levels due to its distinct design. So that's pretty dope. And at 8, emails. When Tom arrives at Maddie's sister's house, he walks in with Sonic under a blanket because, you know, he's an anthropomorphized alien hedgehog. However, since literally no one knows this but Tom and the viewer, we get some old references that are more so tailored to fans of the 2016 US election. The sister asks what's under the blanket, specifying plutonium or emails. Obviously, this is a reference to Hillary Clinton's emails that were accessed during the 2016 United States presidential election. And while it could be confusing as to why this is the case, perhaps it's the sister ripping on Tom some more, or just an indication about how long the script was in the works. And if that's the case, I'm surprised this actually got made, even if it was delayed. Or maybe it's just a joke for the dads who didn't want to come but their kids dragged them there and, you know, they couldn't really care less, so you throw that in there. That one's for the dads. And at 7, Vroom Vroom. The best number. While last part I mentioned Team Sonic Racing, this isn't what it was about. I was going to bring up Sonic's race car bed during that point, but the script was already pretty long so I left it out. But I'm sure if I did, you'd all let me know in the comments that it's actually a reference to the comics. The Sonic comics that were recently ended had Sonic sleeping in a race car bed for what seemed like forever. There are even other race car beds that are intended to look similar to Sonic's without being a total recreation to prevent copyright infringement, like when you see a kid's costume that says Green Woodland Adventurer instead of Link, or Red Italian Olympic Jumping Plumber for Mario. You know, crazy stuff like that. Well, at the time I did think it was a reference to Team Sonic Racing. I have been corrected multiple times, but I'll get to the other one later on. You know what it is. And at 6, Sonic's logo. Sonic doesn't wear clothes. He only has his gloves and shoes, but sometimes he dons some headwear. At the beginning and later at the end, Sonic wears a cowboy hat, and yes, he wears clothes at the bar, but I just want to talk about his headband. When Sonic is taking the viewer around his cave, he mentions he has a state-of-the-art security system, then he swings nunchucks all around like Bruce Lee, while wearing a headband with a very familiar looking design. The logo on the band is identical to that of the original game, just missing Sonic popping through, but this could easily be replaced by the fact that Sonic is wearing the headband. So there you go, a small reference I didn't see anyone mention in the last part, but also something that was pretty cool. It's also missing the Sega text, but that should be expected. You can't really put Sega in the movie. Halfway through at number 5, Extra Life. During the highway truck chase scene, we are served the also innocent line of "Guess I had a bonus life" after Sonic's spin dashes into Robotnik's first truck. This is obviously a reference to the games and any game really, where you have what feels to be an infinite amount of lives to accomplish your task. However, this line takes on a horribly dark meaning when you think about it. If Sonic has had an extra life, did he think that doing that would kill him? Because from that point on, it changes the whole tone of the movie. And literally at that point, they were just fighting about Tom not caring about Sonic. So did Sonic think that it would kill him? And did he do it intentionally? He also tells Tom that he had no idea how he's alive, literally the line before. Maybe we did get a depressed Sonic reference after all. More than him just saying that he feels alone while playing baseball. All of you are gonna get mad at me in the comments because I said that Sonic wanted to die, but oh well. And 4, balancing act. During the scene where Sonic and Donut Lord are in the hotel/motel, Tom tells Sonic that he can do whatever he can think of as long as it stays in the room. We see a whole load of Sonic doing various things, while one of them is balancing on the edge of the toilet in the bathroom. While he's doing everything else, if you focus on that scene in the background, you may find what he's doing very familiar. The balancing animation used is the same animation used when he balances on the edge of a cliff in the video games. It may be a small one and it comes and goes quickly. Both the scene and the animation are sped up, but slowed down. The animations are very similar if not identical. Some websites say that this occurs on the picture frame, however he only grabs onto it and spins around, he doesn't really balance on it. And at 3, dropping rings. During the rooftop fight scene, or basically any other scene where Sonic has rings, he ends up dropping them. This is obviously a reference to the fact that Sonic drops rings whenever he gets hit. However, there is a mini Easter egg as well hidden in this scene. When Sonic is frantically trying to get his ring to save Tom and Maddie, when he actually does get it using his quill, the sound that plays is the sound that plays in the games when you pick up rings, since you know he just picked up a ring. But Sonic drops his rings multiple times in the movie, when Tom shoots him, when fighting Robotnik at the end, and one other time where I actually forget. But this is something that happens multiple times and in the exact same way it happens in the games. That's pretty cool. And a 2, Robotnik cameo. Jim Carrey plays Robotnik in this movie, as we all know, but this character has had other actors in the past. No, I'm not referencing the joke I made in the Reasons Why Sonic is going to be the best video game movie ever video when I said that he got replaced with Danny DeVito, but come on, that was a joke. I mean the 1999 animated Sonic Underground series that aired all around the world. The series only lasted for 40 episodes, but Robotnik was voiced by Gary Chalk, who makes his return in the Sonic movie with a live-action cameo. If you already knew who he was, you may have noticed him as the Navy Chief of Staff during the government meeting scene where they discussed bringing in Eggman. He actually voiced other characters in video game movies too. He voiced Dr. Light in Mega Man Fully Charged, and he was a lieutenant in Arrow. The man who voices General Tullius, Michael Hogan, was also there. He was the one who opposed Robotnik right off the bat. One of my personal favorite scenes. And another character from Arrow, Damien Dark, Neil McDonough, who played Major Bennington. If you didn't get the joke. Finally, in at number 1, Mushroom Hills. Okay, I'm gonna take this number to retcon myself, but also explain myself. The whole Sonic movie revolves around Sonic trying to get his rings back so he can go to a mushroom world, which in the last part I noted could be a reference to the Mushroom Kingdom from Mario. There's a train, which in the last part I noted could be a reference to the Mushroom Kingdom from Mario. Y'all hated me for that, since they could be attempting to set up a shared universe, and there is a Mario movie set to come out sometime soon, but y'all didn't like that. Some of you were upset by this, and yes, I did know that it was most likely a reference to the Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic & Knuckles. So I'm saying it now, that was most likely the reference. I was trying to provide some more in-depth thinking to show you that you shouldn't take everything at face value. My original point was also backed up by the fact that Sonic is constantly complaining about the Mushroom World, which is most likely a reference to his rivalry with Mario. You see where I'm coming from now. Who this could still be a reference to. I'm not taking it back, I'm saying that there is multiple possibilities for this Easter egg, so you can all chill now, my lord. There we have it, friends, the top 10 Easter eggs you missed in Sonic Part 2. Did I miss anything else, and are you happy with my fix and explanation? Let me know below, but if you comment angry, I'm not responding. Speaking of responding, I mentioned last part that I do some gaming meme reviews, and I got a few sent to me. Trevor sent in this Mario meme. What doesn't kill me makes me smaller. I like this, but in the end, if you are too small, it does kill you, but then you resurrect. But still, I like it. But I guess size does matter. Gabby sent in this. We literally got the animators of Sonic to remake the entire movie and spend millions. Bullying works. That's amazing. I mean, it's a horrible message, and you shouldn't bully people, but that's essentially what we did. But at least the victim in the end made money. They made like $5 million opening weekend. That's the difference between us and them. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Curtis sent in this. People who walk fast reported to be less happy. Me, a Minecraft baby zombie. Love it. I relate in all honesty. I'm not sad, I just walk really fast because that's how I roll. Well, I mean I walk, but still. But it's also cold and the cold makes me sad, so I guess it's true. God damn it. That's all we got time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.